Sacrifice.
What's up, everybody? Kinetic here. Welcome back to Soul Sacrifice on the PlayStation Vita. Today's video is really just going to be a mixture of things. There's been a lot of questions about a lot of random things, and so I'm going to try and cover some of those things, I guess. First of all, the first question I can think of to answer right now is people ask about having multiple characters and multiple save files. Yes, as you can see, when you start up, when you load a game up, you have the option of choosing from multiple game saves that you have. If you have created multiple game saves. This is my primary game save right there. And I'm actually planning to make a second character that is going to be focused on light. This character in particular I'm going to focus on dark, and the other one is going to be made into light. So I'll be able to kind of, I don't know, I guess have different characters for different situations without having to change my levels so much. From here, this is your first menu, and this will take you to the final battle, which is not something that I'm going to do in this video. This over here is your options. You have a save, you have the general options, and this will take you back to the title, right? Now here we're going to talk to Libram, and Libram is going to give you a lot of different options, including this, which is multiplayer. You go over here, you got lots of multiplayer options, including now, since the recent update, there's a better feature for ad hoc or Wi-Fi. Okay, here. This is where you'll be able to pick up additional items. Now, if you have a code that you have entered into the PlayStation Network, this is where you're going to pick up those items. Some people with Japanese accounts have asked me, how do I get the items from... It seems there's an update. How do I get the items from the codes and stuff like that? This is where you would get them from. From this menu. Okay, and then obviously, this is going to take you to the main part of the book. Now here, this is going to be the single-player story. This is the first chapter. This is the sort of the second chapter of different characters here. If you go here to this option, it will take you to free battles, where you can choose from a variety of different challenges, including a lot of the timed challenges, which are really, really hard. And over here we have some extra character missions. And each character has a certain number of stories that that you can participate with them. So that's very cool. This third option here is sort of like a database of information about all of the different monsters. This part here is covering Cyclops and gives you detailed information about the monster. So you could sort of consider that to be like, I don't know, the bestiary, I guess. And this is the credits, I believe. And I skipped this one because this is where we're probably going to pay a lot more attention to. This is your character customization section. Wow, do I have some maintenance to do here? Alright, let's get back to that. You will not have access to this right at the start of the game. You're going to go through sort of a few scenes, a few parts of the game first, as an introduction to Soul Sacrifice, before it allows you to come to this point. And then once you can, this is where you will be able to customize your character. And as I said before in a previous video, you can change this at any time. You can change your gender from male to female. You can change all of these options for your face. Alright, you've also got skin color here. This is hairstyle and hair color. Right? Here, this is going to be where you change your clothes. Now remember that all costumes are completely cosmetic, so this means that you can wear anything you want and it makes no difference to your stats. So you don't have to pick specific costumes or armor, whatever you want to call it, based on its stats. So here are all of the different costumes that I have unlocked so far. There is, I think, 1 or 2 more costumes that I have yet to unlock. And you will unlock these by completing certain requirements, including the color as well. Like, you won't be given all of the colors immediately upon unlocking the costume. Originally, I think I just had blue or red with this costume, and now I have 4 different colors. And for most of these costumes, you can also choose whether you want to have a hood or not. And by pressing the L and R trigger, you can zoom in, and with the right analog, you can turn your character around. Pretty cool. Pretty badass looking right arm as well. That's because of all of the dark that I have been doing in my my quests. And this is where you will choose your voice. So there is what it looks like for the options. Forgot to put my hood back on. I'm not particularly fond of the hoodless look for this character. Here is where you will be able to change your name, and again, you can do this at any time. Here is where you will be able to select your different NPC partners to go with you on various quests. And you can click and select from this list and then press triangle, and it will give you detailed information about how much experience they have and how many spells they have unlocked over the course of that experience gain. So the more that you play with these NPCs, the more spells and abilities they'll be able to unlock. And there's a lot of NPC partners in this game. There really, really are. It's actually really, really, I don't know, very surprising. I'm very surprised at how many NPCs you can choose and select from. Alright, so we're done with that side. Over here, this is where you will select and do a lot of spell evolving, spell choosing, and spell fixing, like me. I don't know what the hell happened here. I must have been in a pretty hard fight recently, because I broke 2 spells. And the way that you fix these spells is just by pressing triangle, and it will show you how many of Libram's tiers you carry and how many it will cost to fix this particular spell. And Libram's tiers are gained by completing quests. For every time you do a quest, a boss fight, or anything in this game, you will gain Libram's tiers from there. And this is one way that you use them. And I've showed you guys this before. This is how you will combine. This is where you will select and combine skills. So if I have multiples of a single spell, such as this this ground pursuit spell that spreads out, I'll press triangle, and it will show me how many I have, how many I need to be able to combine, and how many I already have of this evolution. Now, the way that you kind of read these is, usually it's just a circle. For example, do I have any? Yeah, for example this. Oops. For example this, you'll see just a circle, and then you'll see a star. Now this one star is basically one sort of level up of this evolution. Once you gain beyond a 3-star combination, then what you will have is this. It will have like a little diamond over it. And then the same thing happens again and again and again, and eventually you will have something like this. You will have like a 4-diamond spell evolution, so to speak. Alright, cool. Now down here, this is where you will be able to do a lot of customization on the type of spellcaster you're going to be. Now as you can see, I have 59 levels of dark and 40 levels of light. I'm going to probably adjust this. I've only been using it like this because I needed to get the 40 to unlock the Vulcan forbidden spell. Now here's where I'll actually be able to make adjustments and changes to my levels. So when I'm ready to, I can select this and choose how many light levels I want out of the number that I actually have, right? So I can't evolve higher, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, only that can be gained from experience, but I can lose levels. So as you can see, I can lose up to 40 levels, right? And it will show over here what the cost of that would be. So this will bring me down to 1 light level. I'll lose 39. You can't go down to 0. And it will cost me 780 tears. Pretty cheap, actually. But I'm not going to do that. Up here is where you're probably going to spend a lot more time in Soul Sacrifice, in this part of the menu. And this is where you'll be collecting and examining and applying seals to your arm. And these seals, like I said, allow you to customize the type of spellcaster you are, because there are a lot of seals, and a lot of these do a lot of different things. And there are different levels also of these seals. So for example, this one, you will see EP, and then there's 1, EP, and 2. Now I can't use this because I don't actually have that one. Again, there's the name of the arm seal, sort of like the first evolution. There's the second evolution, and you can see the value changes here. So it goes from 20% to 40, from 10 to 20, and stuff like that. And this is a list of all of the seals that I have applied. Now there's 2 parts actually to this. There are the actual arm seals, so part of your bicep and your forearm, and then there's this one, your hand seal. So that is that, and over here, you guys might recognize this. This is the forbidden spells. Salamander. This is Berserker. This is Excalibur. This is Gleipnir. This is Vulcan. And this is Gorgon, right? So this is where you'll be able to select from all of your different forbidden spells, and just like that. Alright, so yeah, I think that's covering all of that stuff. And I think that's it, really. I don't really know what else to show you guys in this video as far as like all the different options. I think that may answer a lot of the things that people have been talking about. I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head, but that's sort of a general look at the different options in Soul Sacrifice and things like that. Coming up soon, very soon actually, I'm going to be showing you guys another multiplayer, online multiplayer gameplay, and then in the coming week I'm going to show you what I teased you about in the last video, which is going to be the final boss fight. So keep an eye open for that. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoy this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you guys next time.